Ooh, I don't know, man. I don't know. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel today for another review. And today we're going to be reviewing the film Unchained, which is available on demand and digitally right now. Yes, this is a low budget film and it sprinkles of issues up and down on it. But while there is flaws with this film, there were some things that I did enjoy and that did entertain me, which I will go over. But before we get into that, I definitely want to go over what the premise of this film is. So you have this young lady, Ayla, who she's struggling. She can't find a job. She meets weekly with a recruiter. She goes on interviews and nothing is landing for her. But a random opportunity presented where she gets to audition to be an actress in a new film. But this whole thing is super sketch, and she knows it too. And indeed she was right, because she ends up getting kidnapped from this, placed in this underground all-woman fight club where basically this really creepy guy runs it, and the women who don't even know how where this place is at. All they know is that he is not one to mess with, and if anybody tries to escape, he handles them. Meanwhile, other people tune in remotely via Zoom, and they get to watch these women go at it and bet on their favorite fighter. Also, Ayla decides that she's going to make do with the situation and try to figure out how she's going to escape, and also rally up the women in order to overthrow this business that's going on. Meanwhile, too, she's also having some family issues that's also and that's also twisted into all of this. So yeah, that's the premise of this film. Now, here's the thing. The biggest thing that I have an issue with is the CGI. The CGI is really bad. Really, really bad. CGI cameras. There's this scene with explosions that is just really, really bad. Bad, but also at times seems a little lazy, because they could have easily used some practical cameras instead of CGI cameras, but hey, here we are. I wasn't a fan of the score consistently. There was times I did like it, and there was times I was just not really feeling this in regards to the fighting that's going on, because you need a good action-packed score to really complement these fight scenes. Because on the other hand, I thought the fight choreography was pretty solid. It was probably the brightest spot in this film. Besides the point that I felt like all the women characters were really written strong. I thought that was a really important thing, to have these really strong women presented and characters presented in this film. Because the bad guy, played by Larry Andrews, Warden, is a super creep, and he's super he's sinister, and he's cutthroat. So you have to have a good protagonist to go against an antagonist such as him. So I really like that the women were kind of written, were written strong. But a lot of the dialogue and the audio was another huge issue. Some of the dialogue was super corny. Some of the mic levels were not balanced, so some people were much higher. You could tell there was dubbing going on here too, because it was just somebody's talking at this tone, then somebody's at this tone, and it just felt really unnatural. So a little bit of the issues I had with this film. I thought that Ayla, the character Ayla, played by Mair Mulroney, I can't even talk. Mair Mulroney, excuse me. I thought she did a fantastic job as your lead here. Again, very strong. Definitely, because of the different things that she goes through in this, definitely relatable. Seeing her go through the struggles, just trying to get anything, and also the confusion of where the hell is she at times. I thought she was really good. But beyond that, I thought the fighting choreography was done really well with her and the other characters across the board. Now, interesting enough, WWE superstar Franky, Monet, formerly known as Taya Valkyrie, is in this film as Regina, who has martial arts background, professional wrestler, She's also built as a strong woman character in this, but she did not get any fighting, which I was like, that is a missed opportunity. So I like their presence in the film. Wish I could have got a little bit more from her character. And if they decide to do more with this film and this franchise, then yeah, you know, there seems to be a little bit of an open door for her. And then going back to Larry Andrews, who plays Warden, again, for him being a super creep and just a very sinister character, I thought he did a fantastic job. Like, I hated this guy, and that what makes a good villain, because he was very unpredictable, but like when he projected in his voice, it gave you chills, because he's such a creep and such a bad person. So I definitely thought that was a bright spot in this. But other than that, like the film didn't come together really good for me. It could have really the cinematography could have been a lot better. I thought that the score could have been a lot better. The pacing could have been a lot better too. And you know, like again with the audio, that was definitely an issue I had with this. So like, yeah, not to be very frank, again, for it being a low budget film, it was entertaining. I definitely watched the whole way through because I wanted to kind of see how this all panned out. But it definitely had its flaws. So this is one of those type of things. If you're patient, you want to check out a new film that has some pretty solid action, a pretty easy plot, then yeah, definitely pick this up and check it out. But you know, beware that, like, you know, this film is definitely low budget and it definitely shows. So, but yeah, this is Unchained, folks. It's again available on demand digitally now. Check it out. Drop in the comments. Let me know your thoughts about this film. And as always, folks, stay tuned for more reviews.